we live? Okay. How you guys doing? Did you get notifications? There we go. Now it says I'm live. Holy moly. Ay, Dios mío. Margie, what's up? Oh, this is NSU Fort Lauderdale. Let me see. Fort Lauderdale Museum, I think. Yeah. Pretty good. Butterfly, thank you for the super chat. Put it back on the screen. Good afternoon and thank you. Let me share this on Twitter. All right. So what's up, man? I hope you guys are doing good. Afternoon, lunchtime, man. We're going to be talking a little bit about this story with Mercedes Lain. Just horrible things. 2021, another story, another baby, another, I don't know, crazy parents and some sort of sitter, family friend or something. And there's substances involved as well. And so I got a press conference that we could watch. I also have the affidavit, the probable cause affidavit, and I have the initial one of the videos I'm going to play for you to start out with of Mercedes Lain. She was reported missing Sunday, August 15. Let me make sure because I screwed up my dates. Yeah. And the parents supposedly left the baby with somebody else because they were tired. And they're all arrested. All of them. Thanks. So far I'm having a good day. So far I'm doing good, man. I got the antibody thing back and I'm negative. I don't have any antibodies. Holy crap. So, but yeah, good. Doing good. Can't complain. And also, let's get started. Let me start with the little clip first.
Right now, the search continues for 11-month-old Mercedes Lain of Plymouth.
Police say she was last seen early Saturday morning in Mishawaka wearing a white onesie with pink trim. 16 News Now reporter Ibrahim Samra joins us live with the latest on the investigation.
And Ibrahim.
No, not at all, Lauren. And in fact, we've actually received the probable cause affidavit of Mercedes' parents within the last 15 minutes from the Marshall County Prosecutor's Office. Now, both remain in custody at this hour on charges of neglect of a dependent. Now, the documents say Mercedes' parents left her with Justin Miller, a family friend, on Friday. Now, Miller was supposed to bring her back Sunday, but when Mercedes' parents reached out to Miller, he said he left Mercedes with a neighbor who he recognized but didn't know. Now, when police
left the baby with a neighbor he recognized but didn't know. None of this stuff makes sense, and you're gonna see too from the affidavit. Seems like they were all lying.
Interviewed Miller, his stories continue to change. Police also say Mercedes' parents have been uncooperative in searching for their child. Both, according to hotel records, were staying at the Economy Inn here in Plymouth, just one of the places police say Mercedes was last seen in the days leading up to her disappearance. Now, I spoke to a man who stays at the Economy Inn. He says he knew Mercedes and is now heartbroken that she's still missing.
I would think so, Ashley.
Broke
Yeah.
my heart that this child is gone somewhere. She was so wonderful. I just very sad around here. What's going on? It's horrible.
Now, as we know, Mercedes' parents, Kenneth Lain and Tiffany Coburn, remain in custody for neglect of a dependent. Justin Miller, the last man seen, say the city of Mishawaka now a focus after police say she was last seen there early Saturday morning. And of course, if you have any information,
So we're going to watch the press conference too. And after that, then I'll play you can hear the criminal affidavit. I'm feeling kind of weird today too. Anytime I feel weird, my body feels weird, I get paranoid thinking like, oh my God, am I getting something? But I would think that your baby does have the antibodies. It's cheap to go do the test though. It's like, I paid $40. But after contracting, I would think you do have it. The other thing too with this mother, okay, and father. So Kenneth Lain, 41 years old, Tiffany Coburn, 32 years old, Justin Miller, I'm not really sure. The mother and father were charged with neglect of a dependent on Monday after refusing to cooperate in the search of the baby. Okay, and Miller, 37, that was left in the care of Mercedes, was charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in death. And it was definitely some sort of cover up going on because they were in communications on Facebook Messenger. So let me play the conference and then we'll get to the affidavit. I'm not sure. I think they're all just as guilty. I sometimes wonder why leave your child, a baby, with somebody. They're all into drugs. You're going to see in the affidavit, synthetic marijuana comes up, methamphetamine. I mean, you can see the pictures. Let me show you the pictures real quick, too, before we get started. By the way, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you spending some time with me a little bit in the afternoon. So this is Justin. Let me get the bigger screen for you guys. All right. I'm a little all jacked up here, but there we go. Okay, so that's Justin. All right. Justin, and this is Mama right here. Her name is Tiffany Coburn, whatever the hell, who cares, right? Tiffany. And then this is the guy, Kenneth. Looking crazy as hell, sus. Looking worse than polite. All right. So let's take a look at the press conference.
Obscure.
Let me turn it up a little bit for you guys too. And this story hasn't really gotten too much attention. I just happened to run into this today. There's not much coverage. It happened, I guess, pretty fast, I guess. And I guess the baby wasn't living in good conditions. I mean, bouncing, I guess, from hotel to hotel. Parents with drugs. And with the recent stories we've been covering, it's kind of, you don't see these kids being taken away from these people. But fast forward a little. There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Good morning, all. Thanks for coming. The search for Mercedes Lain, 11-month-old, ended approximately 9 p.m. in a remote, obscure, densely forested area, not far from the Starke County, Marshall County line. It was in Starke County. And she was deceased. Before I go into the details that I am allowed to go
This
into,
is
which are going to be rather limited, I'd like to introduce to you
Plymouth,
Paul
Indiana.
Heumann. He's a special agent in charge of the FBI office out of Indianapolis. for a few words.
Good morning. I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of our partners that we work with in the local law enforcement community here, state police. It was a great partnership. Everyone worked hand in hand, no egos. We knew the most important thing was to try and find the young victim in this case.
This is just normal now. This is the regular
FBI
stuff.
stands ready to assist, as we did here. Anytime a child goes missing of tender age, we flew in people from around the country at the request of the local law enforcement here to try and bring this to a resolution as quickly as possible. We thank everybody involved. We're sorry it didn't come to the conclusion that everybody wanted, but it was a strong effort. Everyone involved, including the prosecutors, local and state police. Thank you, and I'll pass it back to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I am Nelson Chipman. I'm the prosecuting attorney in Marshall County. Some of the agencies, and in my years, I've never seen the depth and breadth of the agencies. Already identified the FBI. That includes Indianapolis Field Office, but also South Bend and Fort Wayne. There's also the FBI CARD.
South Bend.
C-A-R-D.
In South Bend, if you haven't seen the story, South Bend was the whole Thessalonica thing. That crazy story. You should check that out sometime too on my channel. Can't even spell this lady's name. It's a crazy ass name. There we go. Thessalonica Allen and Randy Allen. That's from Indiana also, where the lady chopped up the guy's limbs in front of the kids and all this stuff. Yeah.
Stands for Child Abduction.
Tanika, Alexa. Hey, welcome, Terry.
Rapid Deployment
Emmy.
Team.
Tanisha.
Department of Natural Resources were involved. Marshall County Police Department, Marshall County Sheriff's Department, of course. It is a Plymouth Police Department case. Indiana State Police. Washington Township Volunteer Fire Department, and that's in Starke County. Marshall County Coroner, obviously our office, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. There's also several task force officers. I don't know how familiar you are with that concept. Several of the larger police departments have the ability to assign officers to federal task forces, and they actually are assigned for lengthy periods of time, sometimes years. And there are officers here from St. Joseph County Police Department, Elkhart Police Department, and Allen County Police Department. Starke County Sheriff's Department and Mishawaka Police Department also gave assistance. Now, when we're going into the case, several of the local media have heard me say many times, at this stage of the proceedings, we are limited by ethics and statute and fairness to emphasize that the people we're about to talk about are presumed innocent, and that these are allegations, and that they are mere allegations.
And I've been mentioning ever since the Michael Vaughn case that I think there's a new wave. I dubbed it the new wave. I think it's a new thing of how these people put out information with regards to cases, the media and police. I think there might be some sort of change coming. And that Michael Vaughn thing, what is going on with that? Nothing. It's just quiet.
That need to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt in the court of law. So at this stage, all we've reached is probable cause. And not yet a conviction. If there's a conviction in the future, I can go into much greater detail. So,
you see? The new wave.
There are
just remember, when everybody else starts saying it, I dubbed it new wave.
questions at the end. Please realize there's strict limits on what I can say.
And I think it's because of how crazy things have gotten with some YouTubers or people on social media, where some people are being doxxed and accused of things being stated as a fact, and people's addresses and everything being dropped online.
So this case started, as far as law enforcement, on August 15th, Sunday, August 15, with a 911 call and a dispatch by Plymouth Police to the Economy Inn, north side of Plymouth. Tiffany Coburn she's the mother of Mercedes, and Kenneth Lain, the father of Mercedes, reported that Mercedes was missing. So subsequent investigation revealed that, and all of this is in the probable cause affidavit that has now been recently amended and filed, and that's why I can talk about it, because it's part of the court record. So there was a lot of confusion from those parents once they were located on the timeline of events. But what it appeared to be was that on Friday, August 13, the parents gave Mercedes to Justin Miller for reportedly a few days break from their child. And he did not bring her back. That's what triggered the 911 call. Eventually, a silver alert was activated, and eventually the parents were located because they were not easily found. You'll see that in the probable cause affidavit. On August 16, which would be Monday, at approximately 8:30, Tiffany was finally put in custody, and eventually her husband was also arrested because of what had developed to be a neglect of the dependent case as a level 6. Eventually, Kenneth Lain was located, the father was located at the Red Rock Inn on August 16, the evening hours. Justin Miller was found in Starke County at a residence, and he too was brought into custody and interviewed numerous times. Eventually, on yesterday afternoon, after interviewing, after several times of being interviewed, Justin Miller led officers to this location in Starke County. It was secured as a crime scene. We waited for crime scene investigators to arrive and process the scene, and it was several hours before Mercedes' body was removed from the area. As a result, Kenneth Lain is charged with a level 6 neglect of the dependent. Tiffany Coburn, the mother, is charged with a level 6 felony neglect of dependent, and that involves the allegations of giving the child to Justin Miller under the circumstances that the investigation has revealed. Justin Miller has now been charged, or will be charged, the paperwork is being processed as we speak, with an L1, level 1 neglect of a dependent resulting in death. Level 1 is punishable by a maximum of, well, between 20 to 40 years. Level 6s are 1.5 year to 2.5 years. Their initial hearing will be probably tomorrow, and the court will inquire if they are going to retain counsel or have a court-appointed counsel. And certain dates will be set up, pretrial conference, omnibus dates, and status conferences, and we'll see how that progresses. That's all I have to say. Do you have any questions? I do have copies of the affidavit to distribute when we're finished.
Could you tell us, does it appear that the child, do you have a sense for where the child passed away? Obviously, you find him in this wooded area, but when was this death? The best you can determine.
The affidavit talks about Saturday.
How many autopsy results?
No, we're scheduling that. And we are looking for a specialist in forensic, children, pediatric.
So the child died on Saturday? That's to your
Well,
knowledge?
I'm just saying that the conversations and the timelines that were provided are so garbled. You will also see that there's evidence of drug use, and
Those crimes are the drug. Is that something that you might look at charging them for as well, drug crimes?
that'd be the least of their worries.
Does it appear that the child was deposited in that location on Saturday?
Oh yeah, yes.
Do you believe that the baby was killed there and then brought to this location? Or?
I can't go into that.
Do you have an idea of how she died? I mean, why is this a neglect of it and then resulting in death versus a murder charge or something?
We're still, we haven't even had an autopsy yet. So to answer your question is, that's the first answer is autopsy.
Do you have any initial indication, just based on?
Actually, she was wrapped in. It's not in the affidavit. I can't go into it.
You see, he was about to say she was wrapped in. We're about to get, for people that just joined. We're gonna get into the affidavit in a second, or after this plays. I want to listen for little things like that because you can kind of catch things, right? So he said she was wrapped up in. I can't go in it. It's not in the affidavit. And this is what I've been mentioning, the new wave. I think that's a thing that is coming. I don't know if they had some sort of like meeting at all the departments or media or something like that. But yeah. We're gonna get into it.
So she was wrapped in something.
Yeah.
Can we get more of a specific location? You said wooded area, I believe?
Yeah, it's
1025
east, 50 north in Starke County. In fact, the road signs are just like that.
Let me show you guys that real quick. I pulled it up on the map just to get I don't know anything about Indiana, but this is like the intersection. It's very like wooded and stuff. See if it let us view the ground. Might not let us. No, I guess not. There's the 1025 address.
Right there.
Is there any
But it's
significance?
inside.
Any significance to that
Woods.
location that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of. It's not mentioned at all.
So out of all that garbled information, what finally kind of said this was the accurate information that got you to this location?
I didn't understand.
You said there was just a lot of garbled information, misinformation.
The affidavit talks about Justin Miller led the officers there.
I mean, how did he get this sudden sense of clarity, I guess, to finally cough it up?
That's a legitimate question.
Let me ask you this: is it your sense that on Sunday, when they were reported missing, that the parents knew what the outcome was, or they truly did not know what had happened to their child at that point?
No, I don't think there's no proof, evidence whatsoever that they knew the ultimate outcome here.
Okay, so this is kind of interesting because, my mic. Let me fix this shit. Hold on. Testing. Not working. Test it out. Hold on.
Was this an accident, or was the child potentially killed?
We're not.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
We're not.
I was tripping. They were in communication back and forth. The parents left the baby, Mercedes, 11-month-old. Kenneth and Tiffany left the baby with Justin. They were in communication back and forth. Justin, which we're going to see the timeline in a second, was with Mercedes and stopped by her friend's house at one point. And he leaves. I think it was Friday was the last time he was seen with Mercedes. And when he came back, I think it was Sunday. We'll look at the document to be sure. He came back without the baby. But the parents were charged with neglect of a dependent, which is interesting because I think that there's a lot of cases where these parents do something like this where they don't get charged anything. You can look at Malia Davis. I feel like there should have been some charge on that. She admitted to knowing all the stuff that was going on with Darian. You know, there's a bunch of cases that these people know what's going on, or they do some, overtly neglectful stuff. I mean, accidents happen. There's no damn accident. This was very overt and just very neglectful. And they don't charge parents or no neglect or nothing.
To that point, it's not in the affidavit. I can't talk about anything that's not court record.
You see?
How's the family doing? You've spoken to the aunts and grandmother.
They're very upset. They had to get. They were notified. We had a press conference 2 days ago, to Plymouth Police Department with the grandmother and an aunt. They were upset then, of course, and
Grandmother and aunt.
I know that they were notified last night.
You said initial court hearings are set for tomorrow, right?
Pardon me?
Initial court hearings set for tomorrow?
I believe so. I can't vouch for it, but I would think it would be cranking up.
Do you anticipate amending the charges after that?
No, I have no evidence to suggest amending anything quite yet. The evidence is still coming in. Like I said, the autopsy hadn't even been scheduled.
That's why I was asking if there would be amendments later.
Well, it depends on the evidence.
Did Mr. Miller admit to killing the baby or just depositing the
It's
body?
It's not in the affidavit about any
But
admission.
he admitted to depositing the body.
He led them there.
Yeah, so the sitter, the guy that was watching the baby, takes police to the body. Now, it was reported that initially he was giving conflicting narratives, but he did admit to using synthetic marijuana, and he did admit to using synthetic marijuana while with Mercedes as well. That synthetic stuff is no joke. I don't know why people do that. I don't know, it's because they don't want to test positive on a test. Maybe they just like the crazy, insane high from it. And people have gone to the hospital so many times from that stuff. I mean, you can just get the regular stuff, I guess.
But he didn't admit to actually leaving the baby there. He just led them to the crime scene, right?
He led them there.
Okay.
Sit there.
And in the affidavit we got yesterday, it had said that the parents have been uncooperative in finding their child. I believe that's a direct quote. Why? Can you explain why that was in there? I mean, how have they been uncooperative?
Well, you can see from the sequence of events that there was a 911 call, and then they couldn't be found. Yeah. And it took some effort to find them.
It also talked about Mr. Miller saying he went to a friend's home in Coons Lake, but possibly went to his girlfriend's house in Mishawaka. Were you able to verify where exactly?
Hey, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate this, Stephanie.
Where was that?
You know what? Oh, synthetic marijuana? Oof. That stuff is nuts. It's nuts. It's just chemicals, synthetic chemicals they put together to mimic it, but people get high like on a whole nother level.
Both places. I mean, he traveled.
Dangerous too.
Okay. So he's indicating that he is
It's not natural, it's just chemicals.
using drugs at high various times during these periods of time between Saturday and Wednesday?
There's not a lot of that in the affidavit, but there is evidence to suggest that.
He admitted to using synthetic marijuana, though, correct?
That was in the original, yeah.
Okay. And the parents were using methamphetamine?
That was in the original affidavit, yes.
When were Mercedes' family notified of this?
As far as the discovery?
Yeah.
10 p.m., 10, 11.
I said 9. But
Can you
this is after 9.
The level of frustration that I see a lot of your officers back here.
Mercedes was reported missing Sunday, and she was found August 18th, Wednesday night.
Put in a lot of time. You put in some time on this. And with the outcome, just from the law enforcement perspective, how difficult cases like this can be when you have a young child involved.
Well, absolutely. almost all of us I can see are parents, and the common thread that people have with 11-month-old. Everybody wanted to find this Mercedes alive and healthy. So there's, in the same vein, these guys make a living from seeing some of this, and we wanted it to turn out differently. It didn't.
Does the fact that Mr. Lain has a previous charge of neglect of the defendant from 6 years ago, does that?
Did you guys hear that? Does the fact that Mr. Lain, the father, has a previous charge of neglect from 6 years ago? Interesting.
This and
play that again real quick.
We wanted it to turn out differently. It didn't.
Does the fact that Mr. Lain has a previous charge of neglect of the defendant from 6 years ago, would that cause him to be charged additionally, or that to be an elevated charge or anything?
It wouldn't off the cuff right now.
Okay.
It could have other ramifications later on.
Mr. Lain previously admitted to trading a minor for drugs. Is there anything in the affidavit about that?
No.
This time around?
No.
Previously admitted to doing what with a minor for drugs? See, we might have to do a little deep dive after, and look into the guy to pull that up if possible.
Would that cause any?
Listen to that real quick again.
Him to be charged additionally, or that to be an elevated charge or anything?
It wouldn't off the cuff right now.
Okay.
It could have other ramifications later on.
Mr. Lain previously admitted to trading a minor for drugs. Is there
Bruh!
anything in the affidavit about that?
No.
This time around?
No.
I mean, it makes me think of the Saisha Mercado a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The situation they're going through. And you see these people trading their kids for drugs and shit. And they still got their kids, and now the kid's dead. What the heck is going on?
The affidavit describes a situation of some parents that gave a child to Mr. Miller, and they talked about taking a break. So there's no evidence of any selling or anything.
In the affidavit, Mr. Miller, I believe, told police that he left the baby with a woman at the motel. So did that turn out not to be true, or is that something you're still looking at?
No, we're not looking at that.
It wasn't true.
So that turned out to be false information?
Just logically, yes, it was false.
The affidavit mentions that Mr. Miller was a family friend of the Lains. Are you able to elaborate any more on the relationship they had, how they knew each other, how long they had known each other?
I cannot elaborate on that. Not that there's anything that I see of significance right now, but I don't know to the extent. But they did know each other, certainly. There was some mention that they might have been related.
Tangled said, and this is allegedly, Tangled heard they had a 12-year-old daughter, allegedly that they pimped out for drugs to a man they let move in and sleep with the child. Oh my God. Bro, these people be doing some wild, crazy shit.
Related.
So related? Is that?
No.
And he was related to who, possibly? I don't remember that.
Tiffany and Kevin. To Kevin.
You mentioned several different agencies that were involved. Is there a total number of law enforcement officials that worked on this?
Wow. That would be a good answer. Anybody have any idea? If I described it to somebody about when we had briefings back there, I'd say there's 30 people.
You guys saying he's high and drunk? I don't know. He is sweating bullets, though. I don't know if they're outside or something. This guy, the whole time, he was like, his face is just like pouring down. Damn.
And there's some,
I don't know.
The resources, and if we can change tracks for a second, the resources that came to bear to go all over the 3-county area, St. Joe, Marshall, and Starke, is actually absolutely astonishing. There's no way a police department like the size of Plymouth, 24 officers, could do any, to send out two-person teams to interview literally dozens of people and gather video from doorbells, for goodness sake, and security cameras from neighbors. But for the notion that we should defund police, this is an example.
Oh, they brought it up.
Where that is so wrong and misguided.
What do you guys think about it? I know that's off topic, but it's really interesting that he brought it up. Defund the police. I was talking to somebody the other night because you see what's going on in Afghanistan. You know, we see Haiti with the president and for the horrible earthquake. All these people died. It's crazy. And they keep just back-to-back events. Haiti and, look at Cuba, South Africa. Eventually, I was saying that stuff is going to be right here in your neighborhood. I mean, it's already kind of happening. You can see. But these people want to completely get rid of the police. And I really feel, and I've said this so many times, give those people a state and build a wall, just barricade them. If they want to do that, let them experiment. Put them all, give them California or something, or New York. Give them California, New York, put them all there, put a barricade. They can fly out on vacation to different, outside of the U.S., not to the different states. Do that.
If anything, we need this help, this bolstering of assets.
Are there any other suspects?
Is that kind of off topic? That was way off topic, wasn't it?
No.
Unsubscribe.
Could you confirm the location one more time of where she was found?
125 East Division, did you say?
No, 1025 East and 50 North, Starke County. Starke County has a road system that would put you...
25 East?
Last night it didn't help me, but...
He said it was wasn't like right here, but it was in...
Actually, that is the very intersection that the woods are, and...
How far back into the woods was she?
I do not know that when it was taped off, and...
Oh, there's like a property here, too.
Nobody was going to go back except the CSI guys for hours. For hours.
And there was no real hesitation. I mean, when he finally led officers to this location, he was able to very directly go there, or was he wandering around trying to figure it out again?
I have no indication either way, but my sense is that it was a direct tape.
I mean, how far back? I mean, this was not just right off the side of the road.
Right. You can't see you could probably get there now, but you can't see the location from the road because it's densely forested. There's the property owner is maybe 100, 200 yards.
Oh, there's two property owners around here. North? Okay.
When you spoke with that,
either here or here.
did they report seeing anything strange over the weekend, or did they talk? I mean, were they able to?
Not in the affidavit. And I would. That's safe to say. No.
Chief Bacon, if I could ask you, just because you were the original, sort of what this process has been like, especially as far as the community reaction and community outpouring and stuff on this case. If you could just sort of speak to that possibly a little bit, so we can hear you.
The community's been very helpful, which is what we look for. We need that cooperation to get information from them. We've had that, the outpouring of support, trying to find Mercedes. The outside agencies have been tremendous. I can't say enough about what they've done. My employees, my officers, my lead detective, Ben McIntyre, he started, so his normal shift's supposed to start normally Monday morning at 7 a.m., and he was in at, I believe, 3:30 or 4. And basically, up until now, he's gone home to sleep for a short time. Other than that, he's been working. My other detective, is about equivalent to that. A couple of crime scene people, and we're a small agency. And so the help that we received, it's been outstanding. We appreciate everybody's patience, appreciate the patience of the press. I realize you probably were not getting as much as you wanted. My email would say that. But I appreciate what you guys do, but you have to also realize, like Mr. Chipman was saying, there's only so much we can release. And we were releasing what we could, and unfortunately we got to the point that we were at with the outcome.
Can you tell me how how disappointing, I guess, this is, or how your officers took this news? I mean, realizing that, their efforts over the past sort of days were, not for nothing, but just sort of unsuccessful.
Yeah. Obviously, as Mr. Chipman stated, officers have children. When you're dealing with a child, it's obviously different. Anybody that has a child, there's that special love. And so you never want to see this happen.
Can you talk about also just what you guys have been, we've obviously have seen, you talked about sort of what has been going on behind the scenes over the past couple of days. You said you were going out and talking to witnesses. So can you sort of explain what you guys were doing over these past several days to work on this?
Right. Like you said, there's been teams going out. Monday we started going out to different locations that we knew that he may have traveled. Since that point, they've done new locations and rehashed old locations. Teams of officers put together. We had the command post that would kind of lead the charge on all that as far as putting out assignments. And I've been in law enforcement for a long time. I've never seen anything like it as far as the help that all the agencies working together. It's been outstanding. We just didn't get to the end result, but.
Mr. Chipman, if I could just ask you specifically about the drugs. How big of a factor do you think that played into what happened?
I really want to go into that. I really do. But it's going to be a later time.
The drug factor.
We just finished a murder trial where methamphetamine was the central driver. But it's going to be another time.
Well, is there any, in Justin Miller's record, is there a criminal record, and does it involve anything with crimes against children?
The ethical standards that I mentioned that we are limited to, particularly at this stage of the proceedings, specifically prohibits me in talking about prior records.
Just confirm there's no indication that the parents played any direct role in the baby's death?
The charges speak for themselves. L6, level 6, as opposed to level 1. And that's just where we are right now. If there's nothing
Thank you,
more,
Gloria.
we appreciate all your interest.
Appreciate that.
And your help in letting the public know this tragedy.
Is there copies of the probable cause at all?
Yes. So we'll end it then. And I'll ask, could you hand me that? Hopefully there's enough. We can always make more.
Okay.
Much again. Initial hearing? We can let you know. You can hit us with a text or hit me with a text or an email, and I'll be happy to keep you.
That will happen tomorrow.
I believe it should be tomorrow.
Will they appear by teleconference or in person?
Thank you. We have been doing teleconference. The judges have. It's up to the judge. I think that's probably what he's going to do too. It's in the courtroom and the giant screen. The address, the booking address is.
Anyway, so let me move on to the affidavit. And I pre-recorded it. Thank God, pre-recorded this. But let's see. Here we go. So this is gonna have a little bit of more details, somewhat information. What I'll do too is after this, I'll post the affidavit like in an hour or two to YouTube. So for those that missed it, the story, or you just want a 6-minute video, very short to the point, you can watch this. So here it is right here. It's about 5 minutes long. Let me fix the audio too before it blows out your speakers. Oh no, I have a limiter anyway, but let me fix it before I play this. All right. So I think that there'll probably be some sort of update and follow up to the story for sure. They didn't say exactly what happened, like what was done to the baby, but let's check this out. All right. The probable cause affidavit, state of Indiana versus Justin Miller. And it says on August 15, 2021, Plymouth police officer Krynock was dispatched to the Economy Inn. And I put a little mini timeline up top here. So Miller gets the baby, according to one of the articles, on Thursday, 8/12. Baby was last seen with the Miller guy, babysitter, family friend, on 8/13 Friday. Sunday reported missing. Wednesday, baby found at 2535 North Michigan Road, room 246, for a missing 11-month-old girl. The father, Kenneth, and the mother, Tiffany, had left a family relative, Justin, to care for Mercedes for a few days so the parents could have a break. This would have been Friday, August 13th. Miller was supposed to bring back Mercedes the following day. Then it was decided that Miller would bring her back to the parents on Sunday. Both parents attempted to get a hold of Miller numerous times and could not contact him. They finally contacted him on Sunday, August 15th, and Miller advised that he had dropped off Mercedes with a neighbor since Lain and Coburn weren't home. No one has seen Mercedes since. Another neighbor contacted officers and advised Tiffany brought over a duffel bag with something in it and asked them to watch it because they needed to call police about their missing baby. The duffel bag contained a safe. It is believed that that safe contains illegal narcotics. A silver alert was declared for Miller and Mercedes approximately 3:30 a.m. on August 16th. Miller was located in Starke County at a residence belonging to. He was then brought to Plymouth Police Department so I could interview him. I advised Miller of his rights, to which he waived. He stated that on Thursday, August 12th, he was contacted by Kenneth Lain about buying some synthetic marijuana. The conversation then turned into the rough time they were having with Mercedes. Miller advised that he told them that he would watch her for a few days so they could have a break. Miller's recollection of event changed several times. At first, he thought they went to a McDonald's at Kuntz Lake and stayed at the Coffin residence for a few days. He then changed his story to going to his girlfriend's residence in Mishawaka and then back to Coffin residence after he got kicked out of Moat's house on Saturday. After being kicked out of the house in Mishawaka, he dropped Mercedes off at the Economy Inn with a shorter, heavy-set white female that he had seen on several occasions in Kenneth and Tiffany's room. He did not know her name and no one was at the room, so he thought it would be okay because he had an appointment to go to. He thought this to be Saturday afternoon around 3 p.m. Miller advised he had spoken with both Lain and Coburn through Facebook Messenger. Miller also admitted to using synthetic marijuana on numerous occasions when with Mercedes. Marshall County officers spoke with Coffin and advised that Miller showed up with the child on Friday, August 13th for a while and then left and came back on Sunday 15th without the child. Attempts to make contact with Tiffany and Kenneth have been unsuccessful all evening. They have not returned calls to officers as of August 15, 2021. And to me, that was kind of weird. That, like, why weren't they're saying they don't believe the parents have involvement, but why not answer your phone? That's just kind of weird. I don't know. On August 16, 2021, at approximately 8:30 a.m., I finally made contact with Tiffany. She advised she was waiting for a ride from her sister and would be coming in to see me about her missing daughter. As of 11 a.m., she has not come in, and the phone she had called from is turned off. I made contact with her sister, Stacy, and Stacy advised that she had not seen her sister since 3 a.m. when she dropped them off from looking for the baby. Both Coburn and Lain have been uncooperative in looking for the child. Tiffany was subsequently located and taken into custody on August 16, 2021 at approximately 1:30 p.m. outside at the Economy Inn. Kenneth was not there with her at the time. she advised that she did not know his whereabouts of Kenneth. Tiffany was transported back to the Plymouth Police Department and advised of her Miranda rights. During the interview, it was learned that she had been in contact with Kenneth and Justin through Facebook Messenger numerous times during the period that Mercedes was missing. Also, during the interview, Coburn admitted to using methamphetamine. So that's just another tidbit to me. That's kind of weird that they were in communication. So I don't know. I mean, maybe they still didn't know. Maybe he was just lying to the parents, on numerous occasions. Kenneth was located at the Red Rock Inn at approximately 6 p.m. on August 16. He was found under the influence of an unknown substance. He was transported to the Marshall County Jail where he was interviewed. He admitted to speaking with Coburn and Miller through Facebook Messenger. Lain advised that he had been in contact with Miller throughout the weekend but did not know Miller's whereabouts. August 18th, 2021, an interview was conducted with Justin Miller at the Marshall County Jail. Miller was advised of his Miranda rights. Miller was advised that on or about August 14th, he was at a residence in Mishawaka, St. Joseph County, Indiana, and when he woke up, Mercedes was deceased. Miller further advised that he disposed of Mercedes' body at a property located at Starke County, Indiana. On August 18, 2021, Miller led officers to 1025 East and 50 North Starke County, Indiana. Shortly thereafter, the body was found. And so this was from yesterday, August 19th. So I don't know, man. It's weird. There's definitely drugs involved, meth, synthetic marijuana. This guy, I guess, was smoking around the baby too. I don't know. It just seems like a jacked up family. And then especially given the guy's history, allegedly the whole thing where he was going to sell his child for drugs, man, I don't know what is going on with these people. Just insanity. So I'm definitely going to be following this story just to see what comes of it. There's several stories that we're covering. So definitely make sure you have you're subscribed with the bell turned on and that it says all, because you're not going to get them. So, and get a job, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. His content is amazing. Anytime when I used to work at an office, anytime I was having a bad day, I just put on that channel, get a job, put on his videos. And there's videos that I just go back and I still watch to this day. And it would just make me bust out laughing, always like brighten my day. So great content. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come in and just touch on this a little bit. And I feel like this is like the same thing we keep talking about and these parents are obviously neglectful, but people leaving their kids with just these suspect ass people. Okay. I mean, it's just crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy, especially now. And somebody in the comment section said earlier, like, do you think it's happening more or are we all just watching? And I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like we all are watching more. I don't know if it's because this current global situation. Maybe we're watching more. I don't know. I'm definitely watching more and I'm definitely posting more. And I don't even like to sometimes even look at this stuff. Like once I do my videos, if I'm done for like pulling up articles, I close the thing out. I don't even watch, like in my spare time. Most of the time I'm not watching this. I watch other different types of content from other creators, not true crime, because I just can't have that in my mind all the time. Hence get a job. But yeah, man, these people up to some. Let me take a quick look too if there's any quick little updates with regards to this before we end off too. Let's see from Mercedes. But I feel like there is a shift too. The way they're, and I don't know that it's everywhere, but the way information is being presented to the public now, and the way just even the wording where, and there's nothing wrong with what he's saying because it's right. It's allegations, kind of like with the polite thing, even though there's DNA evidence, you know, from what we see in the document, you know, they have to have their day in court. Am I looking for a job? No, not right now. Thank you, Kathy, for the stars. Appreciate it for that, to get that star bonus. I'm not looking for a job right now. If I have to, like things are doing all right. I'm still not comfortable, but it's doing all right. So, I mean, if I have to, worst come to worst, I just get a part-time job. I definitely don't need a full-time job. The other thing too, I was watching this guy. We're done with the video, so just off topic, just talking to people. I got the merch thing going soon. That's coming up. And I saw this guy. He was talking about, you know, even if you're doing YouTube, find other means. Like how I have this nice camera, for example. Somebody needs some videos done, photography. Go make some money. I'm saying go do something, post something on Craigslist. Hopefully you don't get killed by somebody with this crazy. I don't even want to meet people, man. I don't want to meet nobody on no Craigslist. I don't want to purchase something at a discount. I'd rather go pay full price. Sometimes in life, man, it's better just to pay the price, yo. Go to the damn store, buy the full price. No, don't meet up with no sketchy ass people. Just buy the stuff. You know what I'm saying? And with the merch too, man, just buy your stuff. Get your stuff licensed, commercial licensing. Do the proper thing for your stuff so people don't come back in the future and haunt you, you know? But no, I noticed that the channel is doing good with consistency. You know, more consistency. I've also been taking better care of myself. I've been exercising. I've been trying to eat healthier. The weight loss is taking forever. It feels like it. But mentally, I feel just a lot better. I feel clear-headed, and I've just been functioning better and just doing more work and just clear-headed and stuff, you know? So that's kind of what I've been on lately. Just pushing. So, but yeah, man, that's it. That's it, man. Oh, let me show you guys real quick. Let me show you something real quick before we head out. Real quick. Just stuff I'm working on. What was that? And what I realized too, man, if you're really going to take YouTube or this kind of stuff serious, you got to treat it like a job, like a business. You got to be all in or don't be in. I mean, you can be casual, but don't think you're going to be making it a decent earning. Like, you really have to treat it like a job and a business, you know, and not be afraid of people. Oh, why are you doing that? So this is remember, people that are here last night, they might remember this. Again, off topic, but the cups. Okay, I was brainstorming with somebody last night. So we got stayed up for an iCkEdMeL live, right? And last night, I was brainstorming with Evelyn, and one of the things was fingerprint, but then I came up with the whole handprint, which I think is just dope. So on one side you got that. Well, the other side you got that. I ordered it, so I'm testing it out. The other thing too, with this merch stuff, I've learned is better to have quality control. Better to each product order one at a time and just test it out. So I love that phrase, stayed up for an iCkEdMeL live. We're up last night, I think, right? We're up last night for an iCkEdMeL live. So that stuff's coming, man. But you have to, like, just, I guess, diversify yourself. You have to really can't put all your eggs in one basket, because look what's happening with OnlyFans. You guys heard about OnlyFans? Kaput. No more of those explicit videos. You like it? Yeah, right? It's so dope. I'm really excited about the cup. I don't know why, but I am. OnlyFans, so they're no longer allowing explicit videos on that platform. People were making a killing on there. I mean, I'm sure people who have upgraded, got really nice apartments, super nice cars, they got leases and all this kind of stuff, because people were making a killing on there. OnlyFans is a website where people put explicit videos. There's regular content there too, but there is explicit videos, and they make a lot of money. People pay a monthly fee, and they send tips and all that kind of stuff too. And so this company just announced that they're no longer going to be accepting it. I think in October they're canceling it. There's a lot of people upset because some people are saying, oh, sex workers now, they're going to have to go back to the streets, or they're going to have to be in unsafe environments and stuff like that. The problem is with OnlyFans, the bankers, the providers or whatever, the financial whatever, they did not want the liability of having those type of content, because you may be able to verify the one person that makes the account, maybe, but a lot of times those people are bringing in other people into the videos, and who knows, there could be underage children on that thing too. That's a whole liability. And then also, and I saw DJ Academics talking about this, which he did a really good video talking about it, like really breaking it down. It's a liability thing. Like, what if somebody does a chargeback? Now the banks, like TD Bank, Chase, whatever, now they have to go and be like, okay, let me do this chargeback. And what is, oh, it's a porn thing? It's like, it's a sexual thing? Oh, no. So now we got to go and investigate. You know how messy that is for banks to have to get involved with that? So I don't know. It's unfortunate, but this is why they say you should always diversify and have multiple things of revenue, whatever way you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to hustle. That's what this one guy was telling. If you got talents, go and do little jobs or whatever if you can, I guess, you know, photography, whatever you got to do. Go and hustle. They have the thing on Fiverr. I don't know how much of a cut they take, but some people are good with thumbnails. You can go in there and make thumbnails. You can go in there, edit videos, and make a little bit of money on the side. VM, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, and tonight's Discord night too, so we're going to be on Discord later today, 10 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it, man. I don't know what I'm going to do that now I found out I don't have the antigens. It was negative. So I still don't feel like getting it though, to be honest with you. I still don't feel like getting the other stuff. The sheep's milk. It's just too much going on, man, in the world. And now they got the whole mask thing. The mask thing is a huge issue. People, the parents, everybody's fighting. I mean, I don't know, man. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. I love you. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, just take care of yourselves. Be cautious. Be safe, man. Parents with your kids, you know, be safe with that too. Enjoy your kids. Enjoy your life. Get healthy. Try to get healthy. The best thing anybody could do, regardless whether you have you got the sheep's milk or not, is get healthy. Yo, seriously, do whatever it is. Cut one thing at a time. That's what I've been doing. I cut out the late night eating. Sometimes I cheat and like I get some crackers. Cut out the late night eating. I got to cut that out too though. I got my little smoothies, got my protein shakes, I got my frozen vegetables, kale, all that stuff. Take my vitamins, vitamin D, 3, vitamin zinc, you know, all that stuff. All that stuff, man. You could die tomorrow. People going crazy. You could go to the store, somebody shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the late night thing I'm really bad with. And the thing with that is that I realize I need to go to sleep at a decent time because the later I'm up, the more I'm tempted. That's true, actually. That's a good suggestion. Don't cheat with crackers, cheat with nuts. But what kind of nuts? There's so many different nuts. And and they all have different. So I think pecans are amazing. And they're kind of keto friendly if you don't eat too much of them. They have a lot of good healthy fats. And low carbs. I think it's like considered dietary fiber. I don't know what else is good. Yeah, 2.7 grams of dietary fiber. I know those are really good. And I like to put a little bit of salt on them too, a little bit. Honey nuts. Honey nuts might have too much sugar. What is sleep, right? I don't know. I'm not really on a diet. I would like to get on keto again. Keto was really tough, but it's the best shape I ever been in my life when I was doing keto. For now, I'm just taking it one piece at a time. Supposed to be doing fasting like 12 on, 12 off, and then eventually 18-6, which is what I used to do. I realized if you do too much at once and you take on everything, it's more likely that you're going to fail. It's kind of easier just one little thing at a time. Start removing if you can. I had a friend that just drinks a lot of soda. Thankfully, I never had a soda thing, but this dude would be drinking soda all day long. Are you on the keto? The thing with keto, what I realize is once you screw up, that weight comes back so fast. It's amazing because the water, when you first start it, if you can make it through. When I was on keto, I used to have dreams about walking through the aisles of the cookie aisle. Like that's how bad my body wanted like sugar and carbs. It takes a lot of discipline. But if you can get that discipline, I realized that it works in other places in my life. So I was just talking to a friend about that yesterday and today. we're also talking about no fap. I don't even know if I can say that on here. No fap is amazing for men, yo. It is amazing. That takes discipline too. Amazing. Amazing. No fap is just like, oh my God. And I think it's when it really works with guys. You can tell a difference even when in public and when you're talking to women specifically. I don't know what it is. You're just so more in tune and connected and like you're just confident and everything. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And you literally draw people to you with that no fap stuff. I think it's the pheromones. No fap, man. I'm telling you. Don't sleep on it. I used to I told one of my friends about that a long time ago. He's like, what? It's tough though. I've been on keto for over a year. Totally turned my health around. Wow. So you do the keto, you got the little test, the P test. I actually have a video here on YouTube where I took the camera in the bathroom. I didn't show it, but you could hear me peeing and I did the test. Some people thought it was funny. Some people were upset. It was a long time ago. I've been on keto for 6 months, lost 35 pounds. So what do you guys eat when you're on keto? Because the thing with keto too is like, oh, you love Coca-Cola. The thing with keto, I thought you could be potentially susceptible to kidney stones. You got to drink a lot of water. I used to have fresh lemons. So when I had a craving for juice, I just squeezed fresh lemon. Don't get that bottle with the artificial crap. They say it's real lemon, but it's not the same, man. You got to get the real lemon and squeeze it and put it in your drink. And then a lot of greens is important. Nutrient dense greens. Kale. I think avocado's one too. Yeah. I eat fish. I'm on keto burn. I've lost over 10 pounds so far. Damn, we got to get on the keto, man. We got to do a keto challenge. I really liked it. It was really hard at first. Oh, apple cider vinegar is good too. I never really noticed much of a difference. I felt like a detoxing effect. I don't think I really lost weight from apple cider vinegar, but it's hard to tell. Oh, no red meat or pork. Ooh, lactose intolerant. I ate a lot of grass-fed beef. Yo, I love burgers, grass-fed, like the beef for the burgers. It's so good. Amazing. Electrolytes, you got to be careful because some of that stuff has sugar. You got to be careful how much you consume of that. I remember with keto, I would sometimes put salt in my water just to try to balance my electrolytes. But the Himalayan salt, the gangster pink salt. Bringing cookies to the movie. Oh my God. Apple cider vinegar. Well, with that, you got to make sure they say you're supposed to drink it with a straw. Because if you just take it to the mouth, they say it can really damage your teeth. And I like to dilute it. I like to, put some water, some apple cider vinegar, a little bit of lemon. If it's really cold, it can actually be kind of refreshing. I used to even put cayenne. I used to pour a little bit of cayenne in that too. Apple cider vinegar, lemon, cayenne, water. But right now, I've been doing the protein. I've been doing the acai, the frozen acai. I've been doing a little bit of mix of fruits, not too much because it has a lot of sugar. And I have this berry one too, blackberries, blueberries, and kale and strawberry, which strawberry is kind of like, I'm also mixing collagen into that. And then I've been doing the exercising. I've been going out in the sun. Today I had to put some sunscreen because the sun has been really, really hot. I want to see if that works, Lexa, for you. It should work. Oh, it worked. Hey. Amazing. I eat chicken and fish. What kind of fish? What kind of fish do you like? Yeah, I like red meat too, man. I don't know that I could ever stop. Apple cider vinegar. I don't even know. I used to just pour a little bit. Yeah, be careful with that too. It's pretty strong. I used to eat garlic cloves. Anybody ever ate a straight garlic clove and you bit into it? That stuff could really mess up your stomach too. But it's supposed to be good for you. I can't do it anymore, man. But yeah, the zinc. I like to take Domania. Domania is a really nice chill supplement. Probably never heard of it, but it's super chill. I like to take maca. I still take maca. Take maca every day almost. What else? I sometimes take Tongue Cat Alley, which is amazing for men. It's amazing. You got to really watch how you dose it though. I actually got to buy some new one. Tongue Cat Alley. Bruh. Any men out there, look into Tongue Cat Alley. You got to make sure you cycle it though. That stuff is strong and it tastes nasty. D-aspartic acid is really good too. Testosterone. Hot wings. It's spelled it's Tonkat. Let me show you on the screen. Tonk, Tongue Cat Alley. That's the actual chemical name there. Oh, you can't see it. That's the chemical name right there. Indonesia, Philippines. Yeah, that stuff gives you energy and helps increase testosterone, but it's really strong. If you don't cycle it, I remember one time I was taking it, I didn't cycle it, I started getting like pimples on my back and stuff. Like it's really strong. You got to really follow the proper way to take it. Yeah, keto, you have to be careful, right? If you have diabetes or something, I don't know, there's a proper way to do it if you have diabetes, I think. But I loved keto. Keto, man. My mind was clear. I just felt amazing, yo. Amazing. And I was less hungry too, because I did the fasting with it as well. You can go on Amazon and find some cheaper stuff. Typically you want to get some good stuff. And all that stuff too, if you're on medication, you need to, do a little research. Don't just buy it. This Tongue Cat Alley is very, very strong. You'll do a little research if you're on some medication. And I take this fish oil. I take this every day religiously. Cod liver fish oil. This is one of my favorite things. See if I can find it. Fish oil liquids. I don't know how we got into this talk, but we did. We're here and we're Carlson by Carlson. Yeah, the very finest fish oil. This stuff, man, is gangsta. Let me show you it. Is this the exact one? Yeah, I think it's the one. Well, this is the, I think this is it. I think this is the plain one. This one's a little pricey, but I mean, you can get whatever you want, but this is my favorite one, the lemon flavor. There's one that comes with the vitamin D and something else too. It's a little pricey, but once you open it, you put it in the fridge. This stuff, man, amazing. Amazing. And with the little lemon flavor, it doesn't taste that bad. It's good. So, yeah, you guys kind of pushing me a little bit. I might get back on keto, man. Maybe we'll do it. The fish oil, to me, I don't know. I honestly can't even describe it. I don't even know. It just feels, I mean, I haven't gotten sick since a long time. There was my daughter got sick a couple times. I didn't get it since I started taking that. I mean, it could be the zinc too. I know for some that one that I take, it has something for the eyes as well. And so I don't know. I noticed that my eyes are just a lot like clearer all the time. I don't even know. I just like that it has that the omega whatever it is in there. I just take it. I'm just pushing the button because I was told to. Hashtag lost. I'm just taking it just cause forever and ever. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Yo, I love you guys again. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And yeah, take care, man. Peace. Peace. Be good. Bieber. You guys check out Bieber's channel too. Yeah, they have a lot of good recipes, man. There was a really good one that one of my exes made, but it was like for like nacho chips. Instead of using chips, you just take the lettuce, you take off the lettuce leaves, and you put the meat inside, and you put the cheese inside after it's cooked, you know, and you use that instead of like bread or tortilla or whatever. You use the lettuce from the lettuce head. You just peel it off. That was gangster. They have really nice things you could do with that. But yeah. All right, I'm out of here. Bye. Bye. 3 hours later. iCkEdMeL, how dare you talk about this stuff? Live stream, you piece of shit. iCkEdMeL. Oh my God, Veronica, you still remember that? For me, I want to wait till like I'm at, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe 50K or 100K. I feel like that story is so special and so epic that I want to put it out when it's really fully appreciated and I'm comfortable on here. Because I feel like that's like the point of no return. And I feel like with YouTube, I'm kind of like right at the borderline of being there. I want to do it eventually one day, but I want it to be something special. Because it's crazy. It's a crazy ass story. Crazy ass story. Crazy. All right. All right, man. I'm out of here. Peace.